Coming up on First at 4, the Commonwealth is seeing higher gas prices yet again. And one Eastern Kentucky city is excited to welcome a popular business.
Let's keep it dry for a little while throughout the region, but rain and even snow look to be on the way later this week. The latest coming up as First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Gas prices are moving on up again, and the bad news is the spike may not stop anytime soon. Prices shot up in parts of Kentucky by more than 27 cents per gallon last week. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to drivers in Laurel County about how this is impacting them.
Last week, chances are you were paying less than $3 a gallon for gasoline. Now it's over $3 a gallon. In fact, it's well over $3. And experts predict that this spike is going to continue for the weeks and months ahead. It is difficult for drivers who have places to go. Jerry Rice is on his way to visit his wife in the hospital. He doesn't like paying more, but says he really does not have a choice.
There's still a ton of traffic on the road. I mean, everybody has to go places, so you got to pay it. I mean, you can gripe and complain, but you still got to pay it.
From London to Mount Vernon, most places were charging $3.19 Monday, but it's a far cry from what gas is still in some places. Richard Brasner is from San Diego and is driving through Kentucky. He sees these prices as a bargain.
It was $7.50 at the height. A gallon, $7.50 a gallon. Crazy. You guys at $3.05 right now, it's like free to me.
According to Gas Buddy, there's a lot of reasons behind this recent spike. There is a lot more demand. There is overall less supply, and there are some refinery challenges. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Prices in Kentucky right now are about 21 cents a gallon more than they were a year ago.
Well, we're looking tranquil weather-wise as we head through tonight, but I can't say the same as we head through the remainder of the work week. Here's a look outside right now from downtown Whitesburg. Rather overcast at the moment, but we are, despite the moisture on the road surface, a little on the dry side. But look at this. Downtown Somerset, the sun is out. Low 40s out there at the moment. That's where the sun is out. That's where we've seen those temperatures in the 40s. That clearing line is slowly moving to the east. It'll try to bump those temperatures up at least a little bit, where we are sitting mostly in the 30s right now, where we had some of the snow around earlier. So as we head through tonight, we'll see some clearing skies that'll drop those temperatures into the 20s for much of the region. We will continue to see temperatures in the mid-20s as we head into later on tonight in the Kentucky River Valley and further to the north and east in the mid-20s across the Big Sandy. Now, a little bit later on, I'll have the details on when we could see a return to maybe a few snowflakes around the region. That's in a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. The Perry County Fiscal Court, along with the City of Hazard, announced a new business coming to the area. Gaddytown is headed to the East Perry development site. Zach Lawrence, the executive director of the Hazard Perry County Economic Development Alliance, says we can expect this new business to be open before the end of the year.
The Gaddytown project is a 12,000 square foot building that's projected to go in one of these out parcels here at the East Perry development. Timeline on it looks to be towards the end of fall is the hopeful timeline.
Lawrence says they are still finalizing things with the property, and then we can expect to start seeing construction any day. Since the summer launch of the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, the new 3-digit number has seen a significant increase in call volume, according to the latest data. Mandy Gaither has a look at the numbers and why some believe the new lifeline is transforming the crisis care system.
In 6 months, 3 numbers have connected millions of people to more than 200 call centers, the majority being answered in under a minute.
The average speed to answer year over year was about 3 minutes in 2021. It's now 44 seconds in December of 2022.
Since the transition to the easier to remember 988, more than 300,000 calls, texts, and chats have come in each month. The latest data shows calls answered increased by 48%, comparing December 2022 to the same month in 2021. Chats answered also increased by 263%, and texts answered increased by more than 1,400%.
There's been tremendous national dialogue, conversation, discussion about 988, about suicidal crises, mental health crises.
Health experts believe that's helped to reduce stigma and encouraged people to seek help. The Lifeline has also seen a lot of demand for a pilot program being tested that's aimed at the LGBTQ+ community, where youth have the option of being connected with counselors specially trained in inclusive crisis care.
Good morning, 988. How can I help you?
There has been a lot of demand and a lot of utilization of that service. Which really speaks to what we've known all along, that there is a huge need in that population for access to care.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The 988 Lifeline already has a Spanish-speaking sub-network for people who call in, but this year there are plans to add Spanish access to care through chats and texts as well. There's also a pilot being tested with care specifically aimed at connecting with American Indian and Alaska Natives. Another victim of Saturday night's mass shooting in Monterey Park, California has died, bringing the death toll to 11. 9 others were wounded. A candlelight vigil is planned for tonight. The LA County Sheriff identified the suspect as 72-year-old Hu Can Tran. Authorities say about a half hour after the first shooting at a dance hall, he entered another club 3 miles away. A man working there says he wrestled the gun away from the suspect, who then left in a white van. Law enforcement eventually tracked down the van, and the sheriff says the suspect took his own life as SWAT team members moved in. Investigators searched the suspect's home as they still try to determine the motive behind the massacre. The White House and Governor Andy Beshear ordered flags at half-staff in honor of the victims. Coming up on First at 4, a popular streaming service announced today it is slashing hundreds of jobs.
Plus, more showers on the way as we head through this mainly second half of this week. The details coming up.
WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories you choose. The WYMT News app.